Hello everyone, I'm going to show you my updated strategy for the hospital stealth encounter on grounded difficulty, and this is very different to what I showed originally in my walkthrough. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is hide behind this ambulance. These two enemies are going to have a conversation, and they're going to start walking away after this guy here says even Isaac is not crazy. And you need to pay attention to the woman and watch out for her turning animations. There's a reason why you need to remain in this spot for a while. It's to avoid the turning animations that she could potentially do. And do you notice how she's standing still right now? Well, there are times when she doesn't do it. It's very broken, and I don't like it whatsoever. So watch out for the turning animation still, wait for her to go all the way over there, and then climb up this ladder. On top of this tower, there is one guy patrolling, but he's very easy to get past because all you need to do is wait for him to stand still, and then jump to the right. When you do decide to jump to the right, you need to make sure Ellie is very close to the edge, so that she does the full jump, and she doesn't do the animation of trying to pull herself up onto the ledge. Because if she decides to do that, you'll get spotted. Now, when you hide around this corner here, be careful of this guy. If he's earlier in his path, there is a chance that he can do a turning animation and spot you as you're making your way over to the spot. But that didn't happen. So then you need to remain prone in this spot right here, wait for him to go right past you, and then right here, this was a mistake. I tried to do the dive to prone method in order to move fast, but I got screwed by the geometry because that's just what the game does in order to screw you over when you're trying to use the dive to prone method. But when he goes past you, use the dive to prone method to move very fast. Be careful of this woman. Her pathing varies in speed because there's a chance that she will do turning animations that could slow her down, and there's a chance that she won't. It's very random. This whole entire stealth encounter is so random, and that's why you need to really make sure you're being patient. And these three enemies are a pain. They're the most RNG heavy part of this entire stealth encounter, and I do not want to have any RNG whatsoever, so I highly recommend you take out these three enemies. If you get a good pattern, they won't be in your way, and you'll be able to get to the door easily. But unfortunately, I get a really bad pattern right here where this woman's in the bad spot, and I need to wait for her to go all the way to the left, and I need to take her out as quickly as possible before she sets up in a spot where the other enemy can potentially spot you with a turning animation. So, once again, make sure you're paying very close attention to the turning animations that the enemies are doing in order to close in on them. She's all the way over here, and this is the best opportunity to take her out. So, instead of killing her right here, I'm going to pull her back right here so that the other enemy doesn't spot her. And all that's left to do now is get to the door, and I could choose to take out this other enemy, but I decided to minimize my casualties, given that this other enemy chooses to go into a turning animation that's very beneficial to me, and I'm able to get to the door without him spotting me. And this is the best strategy for the hospital stealth encounter. And it's a lot better than the strategy I originally showed in my grounded difficulty walkthrough. I mean, this stealth encounter is one of the worst stealth encounters in the game because the enemies are way too random and there's all sorts of bugs with their AI systems. Like, I had a hilarious moment where the first woman I came across when I entered this building was going the wrong way because her animations were screwing up thanks to her turning animation. And you're seeing it right here. Watch this. She's going off to the left, and then she's going to do her turning animation right now, and she's going to go in the circle, and then she'll finally reset her path. Why this is the case with this section is just baffling to me. It's so buggy, and they still haven't fixed it. And the funny thing is, this happened in my original walkthrough. I showcased it as a blooper, but it happened with a different enemy. And if this is still happening to this day with this section, then it's definitely clear that the developers did not do a very good job at QA testing this section to make sure that it was properly designed. But this has been the updated strategy for the hospital stealth encounter. Thank you all for watching, and you take care now.